Hi, and welcome back to Mighty Little Grain Machine. Today's video is going to be just a little bit different. I am going to go over the bigger hole that I dug, this happened about 3 days after I dug the bulkhead hole. I got a little side job to do, and it turned out to be quite a bit of digging. Unfortunately, I did not record it. Here's some pictures, and then I do have a video after this to show you how it turned out. But essentially, I needed to dig all the way down the back side of this building so he could put in um, a drain. He was having water problems, a French drain. So the problem is you can kind of see it's a low building, so I couldn't get the machine in underneath the awning, so I couldn't dig it straight on. I had to dig it at an angle. But in the end, I got it done. And in a minute, when I'm done talking, you'll see the video of how it came out. But I wanted to kind of talk about the first few months of doing side work. It ended up being a lot more busy than I thought it would be. I'm currently finishing up a huge job, biggest job I've done yet. And then tomorrow morning, I also have another job that I've got to do. And then I have to go quote another job on Sunday, and that's definitely going to be it for me for the year because it's going to start getting really cold. And I've got some stuff I need to do around my house. I've kind of found that I uh, have a hard time saying no to the side work, but it's doing what I wanted. It's supporting my tractor habit. It's paying for my implements. It's paying for the tractor. It's buying me new equipment. And I really enjoy it. I wish I could do it full time. I do. I do have a good time doing it. And who knows? Maybe if I did it full time, I wouldn't enjoy it as much. But I think once I finish these last two that I have, I want to say it'll be 12 or 13 jobs that I've done in just a short amount of time. Uh, Ended up earning quite a bit more money than I thought I would earn that quickly. And that was the nice thing. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how am I getting the jobs and what have I found. And because I have done some things that didn't work. One of the things that I have tried is Angie Leads, which used to be Angie's List. And for those of you who don't know how it works, because I didn't when they called me, um, essentially you pay them a fee and they send you leads, and then you pay per lead whether you close the lead or not. Now you are able to um, dispute it if it's not a good lead, but after you do a few of those and they refund your money on the leads, um, then they start doing an investigation and they start denying you. And the leads aren't cheap. They're anywhere from $40 to $60 to $100 for a lead, which isn't bad when you get a $1, $2, $3, $4,000 job. And I did get a couple of jobs from it. But I also found that I had customers telling me, or people that I was quoting, that they never signed up for Angie's List. Angie's List just kind of created a lead out of their inquiry without talking to them. So I don't know if it happens to everybody, but the cost per lead ends up being prohibited, and they end up rapid firing you leads that aren't really what you're looking to do or what I was looking to do in this particular instance. Um, so, I mean, I guess it cost me $300 or $310 to find out it wasn't a great way to do it. So the majority of my jobs I've gotten from a $5 Craigslist ad per month that I have up and from my website. I did try some Facebook marketing. I don't know. I spent 40, $50 doing some stuff, and that generated really bad stuff. Not bad stuff, but bad leads. People that would just click on a button. So it would say, oh, this person clicked. And when you reach out to them, they just clicked. I don't know exactly how it works or what it is. But so I didn't find that to work well. I have started to build a real good word of mouth clientele. I've now got many customers that are telling their friends that the work that I'm doing, the quality's good, the price is fair. So I think that that's probably going to be my best way doing it going forward, getting jobs. Obviously, the goal is to spend as little money as I can to get new jobs. So But I will be, after this last job that I'm finishing, I have enough money in the bank to pay all the business expenses, including the tractor, insurance, and all of that up through next July. So when I start again in March or April, I'll still have some extra money in the bank to move forward. So it's a positive thing, but it also, I didn't have much free time before, and now every minute I have, I'm spending doing this work. So I don't know. Maybe I'm taking on too much. Maybe I need to set some priorities and some goals. I guess I'll have to figure that out as time goes on. But the good news is winter's coming, and it gets cold up here in New Hampshire, and I have no desire to be out doing jobs in the cold. So I'll be shutting down all that stuff for a month or so, getting my house ready. I've got a bunch of projects around here that I need to get done. I showed you the beginning of doing that firewood yard the other day, and I've got a lot of work to do down there still. And I've just got a ton of logs and a bunch of trees to cut down and so on and so forth. So I had mentioned in an earlier video that I had found out that I might possibly need to register my business with the town. In this town, I do not. Apparently, some towns in New Hampshire you do. And again, if you're going to do this on your own and you're going to do it where you're actually reporting income and stuff, then you want to make sure that you cover all these things. You don't want to get in trouble down the road. So in my case, I didn't need to do that. The next thing that I am going to do, though, is to create an LLC for my company to separate myself and my things from the side work in case everything happens. I do have $1 million insurance policy, liability policy, just in case. But that way, if something ever horribly goes wrong, then it'll isolate stuff by doing it that way. It's not really that expensive. I've done some looking into it. It's going to cost me about $350 to become an LLC. And essentially what that does is it creates a corporation in a name. And I would basically, to make it simple, I would work for the corporation. So if I ran something over or damaged something, they could sue the corporation, but not me. But all my assets would be not in the corporation, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So it's something I'm working, with bug flying around, something I'm working out on now. So I just wanted to catch up. We haven't talked about the business in a while. I'll come back for a second after you watch the next quick 30-second video. This was a huge hole. It was a huge trench. I had to dig it bigger because couldn't do it straight on. It included a 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot hole for a dry well. You can see in some of the pictures here, it was tight. I mean, when you look at the top middle there where the bucket's up against the fence, that's literally the only way I could get to the hole and get the tractor close enough. If I had to get any closer, I would have had to pull the bucket off or pull the front end off. So go ahead and watch the ending of this and I'll come back for a minute.
Okay, here's the finished product. There's a lot of dirt. I skipped over right here because the gas line's right there. So he's going to hand dig that. And then over there is going to go a dry well.
So as you can see, that was a lot of digging. And I know I say it every time, but I'm so impressed with the 260V backhoe, what it can do. I do want to get a bigger bucket for it, though. Those two big holes that I dug, both of them were very sandy. I could have been a lot quicker if I got a 16-inch bucket for it. So I think I want to do is get the quick change system for it, get a 16-inch bucket, and then also get a trenching bucket. Because I also, as a favor to the neighbor, last week one night dug about a 60-foot ditch for him to run an electrical wire in, and I could have done that one faster too with a trenching bucket. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know maybe one or two of you are still watching. Maybe nobody is. Who knows? It's not like my normal videos. But we'll be back to a normal one next time. Please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps us to keep making new videos. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for your support.